What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including the real reason why Road Dogg quit WWE and walked out. Fans are urging for more change in WWE. WrestleMania plans revealed. CM Punk was behind a big WWE debut. Is Tom Brady WWE-bound? Matt Riddle accuses a WWE star, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Now let's see the intro and get straight into our first story. Now our first story looks at the reason why Road Dogg quit WWE and walked out. Now our top story today looks at a significant story when it comes to WWE's creative team. Fans have been urging WWE to shake up the creative team, and now they've got their wish. Last night it was confirmed by numerous sources, including Body Slam Plus, that Road Dogg, who was previously the lead writer for SmackDown, is now no longer employed by WWE. WWE is in the midst of some shakeups in creative and on their writing team. Alexandra Williams announced recently that she was promoted to VP and lead writer for WWE Raw. Sources indicate to Body Slam that Brian Road Dogg James has departed WWE. The departure was his own decision and not one that the company made. Road Dogg has been with WWE since 2014 and was a co-lead writer for SmackDown over the last year. This is a major WWE departure, as Road Dogg had been a key figure within the creative team for a number of years. According to a report via PW Insider, it was indeed Road Dogg's decision to leave the company, and he did so in person. As we reported earlier today, James quit the company earlier today. We're told that James did so in person. WWE sources have cited that James openly expressed his unhappiness and tendered his resignation from the creative team. James was not let go, and nothing happened today was a result of WWE removing him. In fact, it was the exact opposite. He walked away from the job. Interestingly, Road Dogg is still under an active WWE Legends deal, so this means that his commitments for the contract, including his appearances at WWE World, will still go ahead as planned. For those asking about WWE World putting meet and greets up for James in Vegas on sale today, the timing of which is indeed ironic, when we were asked about that, we were reminded James is under a WWE Legends deal that would be separate from his former employment for the company, and it's entirely possible that he will still make those appearances. The report adds that Road Dogg could hit the independent circuit and have a run in the conventions. Naturally, there is speculation that he could make a play to sign with AEW, as his best friend Billy Gunn remains in the company in a key role. But what exactly happened? Why has Road Dogg turned down a lucrative job in favor of being unemployed? Well, there are four crucial reasons. He was actually demoted. It's widely reported that Road Dogg was demoted a number of months ago. Reports suggest that Road Dogg was no longer the lead writer for SmackDown, and WWE brought in extra names to help him write the show. This likely rubbed him up the wrong way, as he may have been under the impression that SmackDown was his show. Of course, due to the less than positive reception to the SmackDown product, WWE had no choice but to make some concrete changes, and a change in the creative team was needed as soon as humanly possible. Number 2, the pressure got to him. Our fans were insanely critical of SmackDown, and most of the blame fell on Road Dogg. It was common knowledge that Road Dogg was the one writing the show, and fans were quick to draw comparisons to how SmackDown was presented in 2017 and 2018, which unsurprisingly was the last time Road Dogg led the show. Number 3, he felt betrayed by Triple H. Now, it's entirely possible that a fallout has occurred between Triple H and Road Dogg. The two have been close friends for decades now, and when Triple H, who oversees the entire creative team, delivered a shakeup, Road Dogg may have felt betrayed. Due to his established relationship with the game, it's likely that he felt invincible and never expected to be demoted in any way, shape or form. And number 4, he was exposed. The WWE's call to expose their creative team on WWE Unreal 2 continues to be an increasingly baffling call. They would feature the creative team heavily in the latest series, and the majority of them look completely incompetent. One name who was exposed in the series was Road Dogg. Road Dogg looked completely clueless, and it was almost as if he was doing a skit, as he came across that bad. This show went out to millions of fans, and this ultimately exposed him for not being good at his job. This must have been incredibly embarrassing for him, and it's possible that he couldn't continue the role due to this. What do you guys think of Road Dogg being gone from WWE? In the past few years, WWE really has had a big shakeup, not just in the creative team, but overall. Vince is gone, Johnny Laurinaitis is gone, Road Dogg is gone, Kevin Dunn is gone, and the only two real OGs that remain in employment are Michael Hayes and Bruce Pritchard. Think Road Dogg made the right call? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, fans want more WWE changes. The reaction on social media to Road Dogg's departure is incredibly positive. Whilst it's never nice to hear someone losing their job, the fact that it was Road Dogg's call certainly changes the entire situation. It was evident that Road Dogg was in over his head, and his lackluster run as lead writer of SmackDown doesn't take away from his legendary status. But some fans want to see WWE go one step further. There are calls on social media today for WWE to clear the entire creative team out. Ever since Unreal 2, we've seen just how bad the creative team is, and Triple H has been urged to bring in new blood and new names with fresh and unique ideas. One name that fans are urging to see removed is Michael Hayes. Similarly to Road Dogg, Hayes came across as completely foolish on WWE Unreal, and he's been called out for having a dated mindset when it comes to modern day pro wrestling. It's unclear if WWE or TKO will make the changes, but if they do, it's likely going to be a very slow process. They can't just change the entire creative team overnight, but WrestleMania season has highlighted the sheer incompetence of the current creative team. And there's no denying that immediate change is needed, or WWE could be in big trouble. I mean, we ain't on the road to Fastlane, we're on the road to WrestleMania. But speaking of WrestleMania, the plans have been revealed. Now, we're just 6 weeks away from the biggest show of the year. We now have more information relating to how many matches, and specifically how many women's matches, are expected on the card. According to WrestleVotes Radio, WWE is looking to go heavy on women's matches this year, and there could be a total of 6 matches across the 2-night event. WrestleMania could be heavy on the women's matches. WrestleVotes Radio reports that there is an idea within WWE Creative that could see at least 6 women's matches across the 2 nights of Mania. They've heard that at least 5 of those are pretty firmly planned. The actual slate of matches wasn't revealed, but it would be a record for the WrestleMania main events. Stephanie Vaquer vs Liv Morgan and Jade Cargill vs Rhea Ripley are currently locked in. We can assume a women's tag title match, an AJ Lee title defense, and a possible US title match will be on the card. When it comes to how many matches the card will see overall, there are mixed reports on the matter. However, Body Slam Plus is indicating that WWE is working with the idea of there being 14 matches over the 2 nights, and it's possible they increase it to 16. Sources indicate to Body Slam that WrestleMania 42 will feature at least 14 matches over the 2 nights. Another source indicated that the card would have a solid 16 matches this year, with the earlier start time that was announced recently. WWE would opt with a 14-match format for last year's show, and this seemed to work. There is concern that numerous talents are going to be left off the show this year, so hopefully most of the big names are featured. Next up, CM Punk was behind a big WWE debut. Now it seems that CM Punk was a major influence behind the decision for WWE to sign Danhausen. According to a report from the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Punk strongly supported bringing Danhausen into the company and played a central role in convincing WWE to give him an opportunity. Their friendship dates back to their time in All Elite Wrestling, where Danhausen openly supported Punk during periods where the wrestler faced criticism from others in the industry. Due to this loyalty, Punk reportedly advocated for WWE to sign him once his contract situation allowed him to become available. Whilst Danhausen made quite the debut in the Elimination Chamber PLE, the live response wasn't great. However, on a recent episode of Raw, fans are now warming up to him. During a segment, he used his signature curse on Dominic Mysterio, which became part of the storyline later in the show. Let's hope he's not around Drew McIntyre on SmackDown. Next up, Tom Brady WWE-BOUND. Could Tom Brady be WWE-BOUND? Well, Logan Paul and Brady have been going back and forth, and it appears that there's more to this than meets the eye. According to WrestleVotes Radio, Brady and WWE could become a reality. WWE has even produced merchandise for Brady ahead of a potential WWE run. Tom Brady and WWE, it could happen. Logos, specialty merchandise, and branding have been worked on within some departments of WWE. WrestleVotes Radio on Fightful Select has reported T-Bone and the untouchable Tom Brady. The report adds that informal talks between the two were conducted late last year. Sources indicated that informal talks between WWE and Tom Brady's reps happened last year after the decision was made to bring WrestleMania back to Las Vegas. Brady is a part owner of the Las Vegas Raiders as well as Fanatics, which produces WWE merchandise. Sources did not believe Tom Brady would be wrestling, but said an appearance isn't out of the question. Brady interfering in Logan Paul's WrestleMania match now seems like a no-brainer. Based on TV, Logan will be teaming with Austin Theory to take on the Usos, but with 6 weeks to go before the big show, that direction could change at a moment's notice. Next up, Matt Riddle accuses a WWE star. A former WWE superstar, Matt Riddle, recently shared a story about a backstage encounter he had with Brock Lesnar during a past Royal Rumble. While explaining what happened, Riddle also accused Kevin Owens of leaking the story to wrestling media outlets. Riddle described the situation during an interview, recalling how excited he was at the time to potentially face Lesnar in the ring. However, before anything could happen, Lesnar confronted him backstage. According to Riddle, Lesnar grabbed him and pulled him aside to deliver a very direct message. Lesnar reportedly told him that the two would never wrestle each other and warned him to stop mentioning his name in interviews or public comments. The tension between them had reportedly built over time because Riddle frequently talked about wanting to face Lesnar and sometimes made some bold statements about him during media appearances, saying that he could definitely beat him in a real fight. When Lesnar confronted him, Riddle said that he remained calm and explained that his comments were simply meant to promote a potential match and create interest amongst fans. And he also reassured Lesnar that he would not push for a match if Lesnar did not want it. But after the conversation ended, Riddle went to the locker room and shared the story with Kevin Owens, who was one of the wrestlers present backstage. However, he mentioned in the podcast, "I went to the locker room and I told like Kevin Owens, and then 5 minutes later, it's on the dirt sheet. So if you ever wonder when news is coming bro, that guy just loves to spill the beans." Now, Riddle did make the accusation in a somewhat light-hearted way and even jokingly apologized to Kevin Owens for bringing up the situation while also wishing him well during his injury recovery. But whether or not he did actually leak the story is up for debate, but it was a massive coincidence, right? Next up, the next main roster call-up leaked. Now is Ethan Page destined for a main roster call-up? According to Body Slam Plus, WWE has discussed calling Page up to the main roster, but first he's expected to have one more main event run in NXT. Sources indicate to Body Slam that Ethan Page has been talked about a lot regarding a potential main roster move. Another source noted that Page is expected to make the move to the main event title scene in NXT again before officially heading to the main roster. The timing of this is incredibly interesting. Page was one of the first names rumored for the Vision stable last year, and now that stable needs new members as a matter of urgency, and Page more than fits the bill. With WWE wanting Page to have one more main event run in NXT, this likely means that his call-up is saved for after WrestleMania 42. And finally, the next Saturday night's main event announced. Our final story today looks ahead to the next Saturday night's main event. According to Fightful Select, the next SNME special will take place May 23rd, and Nashville, Tennessee looks to be the host. Saturday night's main event will continue the most recent Saturday night's main event took place in January, the 6th within a calendar year. It looks as if it will take a little more time for the next one to roll out. Sources within WWE indicated to WrestleVotes Radio on Fightful Select that the next edition is on the books for May 23rd. A location isn't confirmed, but Nashville, Tennessee is being considered. It will take place just a week before WWE's Clash in Italy show. If WWE confirms that this is the plan, this would mean that they would have 3 shows in May: Backlash, Saturday night's main event, and Clash in Italy. Naturally, most of these shows will suffer from little build, so it's certainly a questionable call from WWE. But there you have it, folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.